everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share some exciting news, tell you a little bit about my new job at the Wildlife Conservation Board and the stream flow enhancement program that I now manage. The Wildlife Conservation Board is a state agency that was originally created in 1947. So it's almost 75 years old now. And it was created with three primary priorities. One was to acquire wild lands and waters of California for the public good. One was to provide opportunities for habitat restoration, so to improve the wildlands of California. And the third one is to promote projects that increase the opportunities for public access to wildlands, sort of wildlife-related public access and recreation. So those are the three priorities. Fund projects that will acquire properties and protect them for the people of California, either on those properties that are acquired or anyone else's properties, to help improve the habitats, the natural habitats of California. And the third one is to allow us all better opportunities to go out and experience these amazing wildlands of California. So the Wildlife Conservation Board pursues those goals through its programs. There are over a dozen programs that the Wildlife Conservation Board has on a range of subjects. And these usually are sort of focused on funding particular categories or ideas surrounding those three priorities. So there's a climate resiliency program. There is a forest conservation program. There's a San Joaquin River Conservancy. So each of these has, a subject matter like forest conservation or a specific geographic area like the San Joaquin River, that it really focuses to improve and promote projects in and to get funding to those projects. And another one of those programs is the one that I'm now managing, and that is the Stream Flow Enhancement program. So about 2 months ago, I got offered and accepted a position with the Wildlife Conservation Board as a senior environmental scientist specialist, with the primary goal of managing this program, the Stream Flow Enhancement Program. The Stream Flow Enhancement Program has three main goals itself. 3 is a great number. So it's to improve the lives of anadromous fish. So anadromous fish are ones that breed in freshwater, migrate out to saltwater, live there for some amount of time, and then return and migrate back to the freshwater to breed again and to start the whole life cycle over again. So of course, salmon are sort of the flagship, biggest example of an anadromous fish. Steelhead are another one. So the many species of salmon that live in California are definitely a major priority for the Stream Flow Enhancement Program. So that's the anadromous fish. Another priority is to help not just anadromous fish, but really any species that is at risk, that is a species of concern. So these can be threatened or endangered. These can be at risk of extinction for other reasons. These can be listed under federal or state Endangered Species Acts. So species of concern, at-risk species. And the third priority is to help make the ecosystems, and in particular the streams and rivers of California, more resilient to the impacts of climate change. So those are the three priorities: anadromous fish, at-risk species, climate change resiliency. Now to do this, there's funding that has been assigned to the Wildlife Conservation Board, and particularly to the Streamflow Enhancement Program, from Proposition 1. Proposition 1 was a huge water bond that was passed by voters of California in 2014. And among other things, it assigned $200 million to the Streamflow Enhancement Program of the Wildlife Conservation Board for these three priorities across the state of California: anadromous fish, at-risk species, climate resiliency. And so starting in 2016, the program has started giving out grants to fund programs and projects that pursue those three priorities. To date, there are 134 projects on the landscape across the state of California that have been funded by the Streamflow Enhancement Program. And we just opened up a new solicitation to invite more people to bring more projects to us, and so we can increase that number even further. In addition to that Proposition 1, $200 million, we actually, and this is very exciting, sort of breaking news, we just learned recently that the state of California passed another bill that provides an additional $100 million to the Streamflow Enhancement Program, again, for pursuing very similar goals: climate resiliency, at-risk species, improving the habitats of the state of California. So it's a really exciting program to now be sort of in charge of. And I'm really excited to be learning more about it and to be diving in. I've only been in this position for 2 months, so I'm still feeling new, but I'm starting to feel my feet under me, which is really exciting and really fun. I'm really enjoying working with my team. The people who work for the Wildlife Conservation Board seem like an awesome group. I've seen this organization from the outside, working for another state agency, and often thought how cool they are. And so now getting to join them is pretty thrilling. So that's a little bit about kind of my new chapter. I'm definitely going to be bringing you along on the journey. There are going to be site visits in the future, going out to look at these projects that we're funding. And so I fully intend to bring you along on those, show you around. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this process as much as I do. And I look forward to sharing it with you. If you have questions about the Wildlife Conservation Board or the Streamflow Enhancement Program, by all means, leave a comment below and we can chat about it. I'll also link both of the websites, the Wildlife Conservation Board's general website and the Streamflow Enhancement Program website, in the description below as well, so you can go and learn more about them. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for the view. And until next time, enjoy the natural world.